Dr. Miklos is a brilliant individual, but she is certainly a little strange. Ah well, we all have our foibles, don't we, Miss Bow? Miss Yvette is a charming young lady, and so friendly. She seems genuinely interested in Egyptology. We had a long discussion about tombs one time. I find Mr. Heimlich to be most intimidating. He seems to enjoy looming over people. Mr. Dorian is a very healthy-looking young man. His mother must have eaten well. The Countess is quite a colorful lady. She seems to enjoy life to the fullest, does she not? Just between you and me, she scares me a little.
Why is that, Mr. Najia?
Well, she's just too enthusiastic for me, I suppose. Why, I am Ramses Najir, Miss Bow. I am an accountant and a proud father of 2.5.
Good evening, Dr. Carrington.
Good evening, Miss Bow. Good evening. Egyptology is all quite the fashion now, Miss Bow, but it's been a serious science for many years. I can recommend a number of fine books if you're interested.
What do you make of the theft of the dagger, Dr. Carrington?
It's simply beastly. What is the world coming to when crepuscular ruffians can invade a museum like Visigoths?
Do you have any idea who could have done such a thing?
Not at all. But if I did, I'd be tempted to teach the brute a lesson.
Have you found 1926 to be a good year for you, Dr. Carrington?
Yes, I would, Miss Bow. Frightfully good.
And what is that, Doctor?
It's not often that one gets the opportunity to head up the most respected museum in America, Miss Bow. I see you want to get a good look at our displays, Miss Bow. I have to respect that. I dare say it's a bit forward for you to go about writing things about people in that little notebook of yours, Miss Bow. And some people cherish their privacy. Miss Bow, I wouldn't be caught dead in one of those nocturnal dens of iniquity.
Do you like New York, Dr. Carrington?
To be frightfully honest, at first I found it to be a bit rough around the edges. But now I'm beginning to see its somewhat primitive charm. The Lion Decker is simply fantastic, Miss Bow. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. I've only been there once, but I found the docks to be full of pugilistic ruffians and parasite-infested rodentia. Good heavens, Miss Bow, my houseman does my laundry. I never go to public establishments when I can possibly avoid it. Oh, those poor chaps do their best, I suppose. I don't read the newspaper, Miss Bow. I find it eternally depressing. I'm afraid I don't know the gentleman. The fellow has quite an overinflated ego. He's got a legitimate reason for it, I suppose. Why, that's me, young lady. Dr. Archibald Carrington III, at your service. Oh, he's a good enough chap for a law enforcement peon. I'm not acquainted with the chap. I've never even seen the chap. I've never met your father, Miss Bow, but I have a deep respect for the minions who uphold the law. Miss Bow, I find it vaguely offensive that you would even think that I know anyone named Ziggy. Dr. Miklas is one of the museum's most respected curators. I really haven't had much interaction with Miss Delacroix. Well, of course, she is my assistant, so I guess I should correct myself and say that I do have interaction with her, but I don't know her very well, really. He's a real pip, a genuine go-getter, that fellow. He does a jolly good job of guarding the museum, jolly good. A stevedore? I'm afraid I don't discourse with proletarian ruffians of that stripe. Now there's a lady who truly supports the arts, a real patron, that old girl. Now there's an intense personality. He doesn't look it, but there's something seething below the surface. I'm frightfully sure of it. In any case, the fellow is a fine accountant.
Tell me about Egyptology.
We talked about that before, remember? I told you that crazy Egyptian riddle that Ramses guys passed along.
Bonjour, Miss Bow. Dr. Carrington told me you were covering this party for the newspaper. I'm Yvette Delacroix.
That's right, Miss Delacroix. I'm writing the social news column.
Ah, the social news. I was thinking you were here about the burglary.
The burglary? Of course not. The newspaper would never assign a female cub reporter like myself to such an important story.
Ah, you are probably being correct, Miss Bow.
You pick it up and place it in your purse. Don't be greedy. You don't need another water glass. The food and champagne look good, but you're trying to stay on a diet, so you make the wise decision to leave them alone. You'd like to reach out and touch the Ramses bust, but decide it would be improper to touch the exhibit.
You should ask Dr. Miklos or Dr. Smith about that. It is terrible to think someone could break into this museum and steal something so valuable. Monsieur Heimlich, he is all broken up about it, although he doesn't show it.
How did Dr. Carrington react to the burglary?
Dr. Carrington is a very dignified man. There is not much you can learn from his face. He seems to have taken the burglary very well, although he was angry with Wolf about the poor security.
Do you have any idea who might have stolen the dagger?
There are many suspicious people here tonight who could have done it. The Countess, for example, or the little man Ziggy. But I have not the proof, you understand?
You ask yourself if you can handle the task set before you, then demonstrate your characteristic pluck by resolving to do your best.